Hello everyone, I am Aditi and today we will see the project that we have developed as part of our database course. We have implemented a hospital management system. The system we have developed can be used by small to medium-sized hospitals to maintain their patient records and the information in electronic format as compared to the inefficient paper-based storages. The features that we have aimed to complete are to store the patient information in our system. We can search a patient, update their information, and register new patients. We can book an appointment with our doctor through this system. We can capture the diagnosis and the medications suggested by the doctor in our system. Our system can store information of all the hospital employees like the doctors, nurse practitioners, lab technicians, etc. Through this system, the doctors can check their appointment schedules. Also, the system can create bills for the patients based on the treatments they took, the costs of the lab tests, and the number of days they were hospitalized if they were inpatients. With this, we have identified three users of our systems. First is the receptionist or the front desk operator who can register a patient, update their records, or book them an appointment. A doctor who can prescribe medication or view the patient's health records or check their own appointment schedule. And lastly, we have the system administrator who can manage the hospital employees. Now let us look at the tables that we have come up with. So some important tables that I would like to mention are the patient table, where we are storing information like the name, address, age, and the multiple phone numbers. Then information of the employees and the type of employees they are, like nurse, practitioners, doctors. They are storing information about the doctors like the names, addresses, and the specializations. Similar information is being stored for the nurse practitioners. We are also maintaining the information of which nurse practitioner is associated with which doctor. Also, we are capturing the medication and the diagnosis for the patients in the medication table and link it to the patient health records table. We are capturing the inpatient details like the ward and room number in which they are booked into. We are also capturing the test results for the lab tests that are conducted on the patients, as well as we are capturing the billing history for the patient in a billing table. So after normalizing these tables, we came up with what you see, and these are around 21 tables on our normalized database. So now that we have looked at our system and the database design, my project partner will walk you through the system implementation.
Now that we have seen the system features, let's see the system demonstration in the perspective of three different users, such as the front desk user, the doctor, and an admin. This is our login screen. After we log in as a front desk user, we'll land up on a search page where we can search for an existing patient. Okay, now that we have logged in, say we enter a patient with ID of 100, and then we see the information for this existing patient. We can update the information if you want to. Let's say we are updating the name from Bob to Larry, and let's change his mobile number. And once we click on update, this information gets updated into the database, and we can verify this in MySQL. Now let's fire the query and then execute, and now we see that the patient name and the mobile number have been updated. And coming to our next case, now let's see the other scenario where we don't see the patient. Since the patient is not found, we can register the patient, or if we have entered the wrong credentials, we can retry with the new credentials. Now let's see where we can register the patient. The registration form pops up and we have to enter details of the patient like the first name. Now that we have entered the details of the patient information, and let's submit it and verify if the patient has been added in the database. Let's fire the query in the database and let's check whether the patient has been added. Yes, we can see that the user has been added to the database. Okay, and this was the flow from the receptionist perspective. Now let's see the flow from the doctor perspective. Here we have implemented the feature where a doctor can enter the medication details for a patient. Now a doctor can enter the patient ID, maybe as 100, and doctor ID, and also the other details like medication date, and there are 4 treatments type. He can select one among them and also enter the details for preferred drugs, dosage, diagnosis and follow-up date. Okay, now that we have filled the form, let's click on the save button. And now we can verify in the database that the medication details for that patient have been added successfully. Now this is the form from the doctor perspective. We do have one more perspective, that's the admin perspective. The administrator has the rights to modify the staff details. So when we log in as an administrator, we can delete a particular staff. Here we are trying to delete a doctor with doctor ID 4. Now let's delete. Yeah, we can see a screen that the doctor has been deleted successfully. Now we can check the information, the updation or the deletion by firing a query in the database. Yeah, with this we come to an end of our demo, and we also would like to share our learnings with you. From this project we got to know about how to capture the system features and how to normalize the database, and we had learned how to create GUIs using Java strings, and also the use of SQL cascade delete queries, and also how to establish the connectivity between front-end GUI and the back-end database. And also we would like to enhance the project in future. We would like to enhance the system by adding password and username protections in the database, and also implement features like appointment, billing to expand our system, and also other features like inventory management, payroll management, cafeteria management, so that it can be a full-fledged system. And yeah, this is all we have today, and thank you. Let's know if you have any questions. Thank you.